In this video,
Oh, what a left hook. Now he puts power behind the right hand and down goes Hall.
we look back at some of the most brutal knockouts in boxing history.
You can't beat a guy like that if you come out here pitter-patting around and I don't know what he was doing, you know. It just wasn't his day.
It wasn't his day as right.
Let's get straight to it. In his title defense against De Jesus, Jackson spent most of the fight playing hide and seek with him.
Trouble on that. Just as I say that, the right hand catches Francisco De Jesus. The count's up to 4 and 5 and 6, and now it's up to 7. He's not going to make it. It's 8, 9, and he's counted out.
When he finally found De Jesus, it was game over in the 8th round.
Lee Smith is not trying to pull away from the punches. The closer he gets in, the more he's hoping to nullify the strength of Ben's blows. But I doubt if he can. He'll do well to last a round, and it was a sheer fusillade of punches there that got him down. He's brave enough, Eddie Smith. He took the lot. 7, 8. He's going to count him out. 9. Yes, counted out in the first round. Well, have a look. Some finish there, Terry, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's very good. Smith, I thought he was going to stay very close and use his experience and come in later on in the fight. But Nigel Benn just did not give him a chance, and, well, you can see it for yourselves.
So we can have another look at the replay there. He was always in close, and it was the uppercut that started the drum roll.
Put with an uppercut, and he dropped his guard, left hook followed up, and, well, the result was inevitable from there. He just followed up, and it was a continuation of punches, and he decided he had enough.
Minute and a half left to go. Straight right hand lands. Jones was on his back foot for that one. Now he puts power behind the right hand and down goes Hall.
Prime Roy Jones put on a devastating performance against Richard Hall.
Finally finds a neutral corner. Hall was up before the count began.
Hall had better hold on. Just hold it.
He's not going to do that.
The one thing about Roy Jones, he has not been a good finisher in a long time.
Well, he hadn't had a first-round knockout since 1997 when he knocked out Montel Griffin. And you've talked about his refusal to commit to finishing the way the big punchers in the division did.
This is the kind of athleticism that leaves you speechless, or maybe just shouting at the screen. Roy's pot shots and movement were so fast and coordinated, it was like watching someone skip to the end of a video game on easy mode.
He'll step back and try to break him down. Hall is a very big target.
I like it.
Jones grinning as he dances away from Hall. Target practice continues in Indianapolis.
The beatdown was severe. Hall had a lot of heart, but there's only so much heart can do when you're getting hit by a human tornado. Eventually, even the commentators were screaming at the referee to stop the fight.
Sir, stop the fight! Stop it, Wayne! Come on! This isn't competition anymore. This is a bloodletting. This is absolutely preposterous. Richard Hall should not be taking these shots. Thank God. Thank God.
And finally, he did. Some of these punches were just brutal, clean, fast, and powerful.
I'll just say this. The referee ought to be pistol whipped for allowing that to go on. That was ridiculous. The New York State Athletic Commission, such as it is, should examine Wayne Kelly for taking as long as he took to stop this fight. It's not Roy's fault.
And is Corliss now going to follow up his good work at the end of that round, but he's probably... Oh, what a good shot. And that really went straight from his chin to his boots, Gardner. And it looks as though the big fella has got him as he wants, and Roland Dakin, the referee, primed to dive in. Trying to control his legs, Gardner. What a game, fella. But that shot was full weight on the jaw. 15 stone, 3 pounds going in. And it's all over. And that's the first time that Gardner has been stopped, as I said, by a British or European fighter.
That's the first and last time I've been beaten by a British and European fighter. Sad to go out on that note, but there you go.
Silva now continuing to hold on. He's still not all there.
Swinging in self-defense.
Silva trying to keep Andres off him, but that left really bothered him. The uppercut got him too, and here's a big-time right.
Former three-time world champion Dennis Andres demonstrated his punching power with that spectacular right hand that almost immediately ended the contest. The fight was over for all intents and purposes, and the follow-up combination was merely icing on the cake.
Dennis Andres has stopped Clarismundo Silva here in round 7.
And I mean to tell you, it was the short little shots in that clinch, George.
Silva was out on his feet after this punch, showing the sheer impact of Andres' blow.
Right there. Now Silva is hurt. He's against the ropes and ties him up. That was the beginning of the end for Clarismundo Silva. And the end came as Andres again works the right, and then he works an uppercut in here because Silva had been ducking his head.
Though Andres may have lacked finesse compared to other champions, his determination and fighting spirit earned him great respect in the boxing world.
They back into the ropes. Now Bobby Watson will separate him, get him back out in the middle of the ring. Andres now knows he's got him hurt. Silva tries to throw a couple shots, but the left-right combination hurts him. At this point, Andres thinks he's going down, but Silva's able to hang in and stand up. Emanuel Stewart is all over Dennis saying, get back on him, it's not over yet. And then Andres just finishes. Bobby Watson wisely at that point steps in and stops it because Silva was headed to be hurt.
That is a good finish.
The former German heavyweight champion, George Butzbach. But it's just 8 months.
In this bout, Bruno's right hand was a terror that had the opponent screaming like he'd seen a ghost.
Seems to have sickened him of the game, and that punch, the left hand, will most certainly sicken him again. Round 1. Up at 7. A minute to go, and he's signaled retirement. He can't go on.
Butzbach threw in the towel faster than a toddler at a food fight. He tasted Bruno's power and decided to bow out before things got worse.
Does it again. And really, that is the shortest he's had yet.
Left hook, as I'm saying, a man won't get knocked down here. Now, is he going to make this putt? But he is in trouble. He is. The legs are going to give way, I think, as he stands up. And they are. And he said, I'm all right. I could hear him say that.
The referee's give him a slow count, Reg. He's given him every chance, but he's in trouble. He has not recovered, Reg.
Oh, dear. It's all over. Frank Warren jumped in the ring as well. And as he's counted, the judges are saying to Warren, don't get in, but it's all over. What a turnaround in the 9th round. Right from the start, Jim Watt was warning Piper not to...
Perfect. That was a peach of a punch. It was bang on the chin. See, come the full weight of his body. That was a perfect left hook. Even then, you thought the fight was over. You can see Barber putting his hands in the air. And Piper just never recovered from it. This is where he should have grabbed hold. He shouldn't have tried to back off. But he didn't quite know where he was, and down he goes.
Any questions in here? Touch him up. Let's go to work. Touch him up.
In his fight against Simon Brown, Hopkins landed one of the best uppercuts I've ever seen.
You guys are supposed to get $700,000 in its entirety. Whoops!
It was a shot so clean, it could have been used as a model in a boxing textbook.
The seat of his pants.
And Brown does not know where he is. He doesn't have a clue right now of where he is. Brown has no idea of what is going on right now.
Hopkins followed up with some nice combinations. He was a terrific finisher when he wanted to be.
The throwback, but Hopkins still landing.
Oh my goodness. He's getting tortured here.
That's enough.
Yes.
That's enough. Oh yeah.
Most definitely.
Oh yeah. Bernard Hopkins with a 6th round closeout.
Brown tried to throw back, but it was like trying to catch a speeding train with a butterfly net.
Pretty lengthy uppercut. Normally, you're not supposed to try to reach with the punch.
From 154 all the way up to light heavyweight, I wanted to take that chance, man. You talked about it. And listen, that's what champions do. They take risks. And Robinson did when he fought light heavyweight in his day. So I want to take the chance to prove I'm the best. Well, I think Bernard is clearly the best middleweight out there today.
I see a lot of blood coming from the mouth of Arthur Bayless. He is bleeding quite heavily. Check out the chest. You just see.
Oh, you already got right hand. He's in trouble. He's in trouble. He's got to jump in there and stop this.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. Look at them. He is vicious profusely. A bloodbath early in round number 1. We expected big things from Kirk Johnson. Forget it, baby. This one's done. Dave Dunbar. Here's the replay right here. Already look at the blood coming from the left eye. And there's the right. There it is. It's the left and the right combination that pushes Bayless back into the ropes. Forget it. At that point, it's over. Dave Dunbar.
Lennox Lewis went up against Shannon Briggs, probably expecting an easy night.
This is the most action that anybody's mounted against Lewis since Ray Mercer in '96, and there Briggs almost knocks the champion down. Shannon Briggs believing that he has hurt Lewis.
See what?
What he didn't expect was Briggs' lightning-fast hands. Lewis found himself in trouble after getting caught with a few right hands, and it wasn't a good look.
Hard right hand by Lewis.
But Lewis regrouped, got back on top, and dropped Briggs with, you guessed it, his lethal right hand.
Leaping left hands. Right hand. There's another right and an uppercut. His own left hook and another right hand.
A mistake. You don't want to follow a punch around. Now, when you have an opponent like Briggs,
and that will be it.
Early in the round, Briggs had been taking some big shots.
Lewis feinting by looking to the body while he fired up.
a bit to establish his jab to make the guy drop his hand just a little bit. Turn his head and on the side of the ear, and you go down. And
is a look at the end of the fight, and Lewis had landed several more right hands.
it was an accumulation of right hand after right hand.
Defied the oncoming years superbly, Kirkland Lang. Well, he's being tested to the full now. There's a great punch by Lang. Down goes Smith. One superb punch. And Smith will have to draw all his power, the resilience now, to get back into this fight. Lang looks across, hoping clearly that Smith can get up, but he does. He's back in his feet, encouraged by his supporters. The Harlow man now having to hang on in round 6.
Smith is now a target to be taken now.
He's got no way back now. The fight is stopped. Trevor Smith says stopped. It's his first reverse. Kirkland Lang retains the British welterweight title. There's one superb punch which turned the fight his way in the middle of round 6. So the delight clear on the face of Kirkland Lang. What a tremendous performance that was. He waited his time, picked his punches, and as Trevor Smith was sending these flurries of blows his way, he just kept his eye on the challenger.
The outcome was no longer in doubt. If a 6,000-foot altitude has a serious effect on boxers, Freddie Mills didn't show it.
The former light heavyweight champ Freddie Mills was fighting at an altitude of 6,000 feet in South Africa. He had no problem with it. While most people are gasping for air when they fight at high altitudes, Freddie is out here looking like he could run a marathon at the top of Mount Everest. Ouch! I felt that right hand. This is what you call getting your behind handed to you on a silver platter.
Downed 5 times during the round, Johnny Ralph weathered the storm and even mustered the courage and strength for the brave gesture, dazed and battered as he was, of trotting back to his corner when the Don finally came to his aid.
One thing we all have to agree on, there is no quit in Ralph. I just think Freddie knew he could land the right hand at will here.
As Lynn McLaughlin and Tom Holstock got the stricken Ralph back to his corner, the crowd gave his victor a well-deserved ovation. He had shown himself a worthy world champion. Johnny had shown the heart of a lion.
Again, he's out on his feet again. And one more time, bang, he's out on his feet.
And you agree?
Chavez returned to his hometown and was cruising to a routine win over Bruce Pearson.
Se tambalea como una palmera azotada por un ciclón tropical y este golpe en la puntilla. El referee ya ni siquiera, bueno, iba a quitar el posicionador anatómico bucal, quién sabe qué estaba haciendo. A ver cómo le hace Pearson. ¡Ah, qué golpazo tan abajo!
Until Pearson landed a low blow.
El cronómetro sigue avanzando.
The low blow hurt Chavez, but instead of taking the allotted 5 minutes to recover, Chavez decided to go full throttle.
Ya va a entrar Julio César Chávez y le está poniendo una paliza de padre muy señor mío cuando va a venir la campana para desgracia de Pearson, y es que para salvarlo.
Confunde a todos y el combate que sigue.
He picked up right where he left off in the next round, landing brutal left hooks to Pearson's body.
Luis Villanueva para Moquida Azteca, lo recordamos con enorme cariño, lo mismo que a Toño Aznar. El estudiante Aznar, en malas condiciones este estadounidense Bruce Pearson abanicando.
De incomodar a Julio César Chávez.
Mientras tanto, ahí en la lucha cuerpo a cuerpo, cara a cara, manejado pocas veces.
The referee wisely stopped the fight after more punishment from Chavez.
Right hand though, you see he throws, and there goes Howard. Left hook right on the chin. That's something. Bermudez really throws his punches from angles that you don't see coming. And maybe Bermudez is for real. You got another right. One more right hand has got to finish Howard off. And Howard is down again. Second time he's been down. And I think Howard's trouble. He is finished. He's trying to make the referee think that he's okay, but we can tell he's not. I mean, is this man watching the fight? Look at this. And now he stops the fight.
Patterson's defense against Pete Rademacher was a roller coaster.
The pattern of the fight was established early. Rademacher, the amateur, seemed to confuse Patterson in the beginning. He fights in the classic pattern, boxes straight up, with a left lead, which he used to good advantage. Rademacher cracks Patterson with a sharp right, and another. The champ is down. Now let's watch the knockdown in slow motion.
After getting dropped by a right hand, Patterson seemed embarrassed, as if he'd accidentally walked into the wrong room.
Rademacher keeps after the champ, but can't get in that telling punch.
He quickly returned the favor with a counter combination.
Rademacher lands sharp right to the body. Another, and the third right. Patterson smashes a right to the jaw. Rademacher is down. The referee counts as we move for close-up to a long shot. It's a 9 count.
And from there, it was all Patterson.
Patterson moves in and floors him again with a right to the head. The long shot shows referee Lachlan counting. Left and right sends Pete into the ropes. He bounces off and is floored with a right. The weary Rademacher down again from a right to the head. Watch the timekeeper's count at the bottom of the screen.
The inside overhand right became his best friend.
Patterson sends Pete down again. A sharp left and then a right. Referee Lochran is counting over him for the 7th time. This time, it's the knockout.
カウントではありますがとなりました。最終12ラウンドのスロー VTR で振り返ってノックアウトシーンをご覧いただいてますが、まあそれにしても白井さん、苦しい試合をこう制したことで竹原慎二もこれでまた
A higher quality fighter, a guy from a different level of the game. Gerald McClellan, strong through the middle, well-proportioned upper body. And you always wonder about a Sammy Brooks type, about how seriously they take training. Because I tell you, a body shot might do him in. He's, you know, you can just look at his midsection and say, man, he's not going to take 3 digs to the body.
McClellan's fight against Sammy Brooks looked like he was practicing his favorite punch, the left hook to the body.
Left to the body. I think, Chris, he saw what you saw. There's a left behind the right elbow from McClellan. It had something on it. There's another one. And Brooks, you saw it, Chris. 2 shots to the body, real good shots. And Brooks knelt down. Looked like he wanted to go down. And this one isn't going to go much further.
They're not going to get the rounds. He didn't want any more. Did you see that? He's done. Anymore. He's trying to signal Bobby Watson, come here.
Yeah.
Get me out of this, will you?
Sammy Brooks wants no part of this. The count is at 5.
He'll get up. He has to because he's all right. Now maybe he's going to wait him out. No. But
if McClellan had his way, Brooks would have been writing thank you notes for the body shots.
Tell a guy not to go and finish it early.
Look at the left of the body. The right elbow of Brooks is right down there. He does not want that left to the body at all. Goes down again, right in the corner. That's it. Bobby Watson will stop the fight. It's over. Gerald McClellan inside 1 round, just around the 2-minute mark. And he'll get a check when he gets in tonight, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Because he probably got more work warming up in the locker room, breaking a sweat, than he did in this fight with knee. And then in the second knockdown, it was just, there was no rhyme or reason. He shouldn't have been in this fight.
No.
But he doesn't need to go toe-to-toe. He's getting hit toe-to-toe. There's a good left hand by Kasparov. Down goes Kasparov with a left hand. A left hand to the face. And a strong, beautiful shot. Stuff. I don't know if he can continue. So wobbly. No. Bill Flame stops the fight, and Tim Austin retains his title. He sees his opening and fires up. There you go. It's a good right hand. Left hand. I'm sorry. We turned around. Here it comes. Now, as he sees the opening here, he's squaring off to be able now to land the punch, which just absolutely knocked him off his feet and knocks his senses out of him.
With an 86% knockout rate, Love Kasim was like a walking, talking bad day waiting to happen to anyone he could connect cleanly on. In this bout, Sim did what he did best. He kept the pressure on from the opening bell, never giving Simmons a moment to breathe.
I mean, he's taking left rights to the head.
It's getting less and less. Referee taking a good close look here. And may not be much more, Dick.
Oh, he's down. He's having trouble getting up.
You have to account for the blinding hand speed of Sim when you project ahead. He'll talk his way through this for the moment, but
Sim let loose a right hand that was so perfectly timed and powerful, it looked like something out of a video game. Only Simmons didn't have the luxury of hitting reset.
Really looked rocky.
You know,
Simmons looked genuinely hurt on the mat, probably wondering what just hit him. I thought the stoppage was good. Simmons was going to get destroyed if that fight continued. For Love Kasim, it was just another day at the office.
Signals the downfall. And then a little bit of a push there as well. Good right hand there. That starts it. Simmons backed up, gloves to the face. Nowhere to really go here. He's just hoping that he can find some daylight. And then he opens up a bit and gets caught. It's almost like Sim lured him into that false little opening there and then made him pay for it.
Action-packed. Certainly not a lot of fleet movement from Benavidez. He's just planting his feet and throwing hard punches. There it is. He's hurt him again. It goes left foot. And Pitts is down. He's sitting there on the ropes. The count. 6, 7, 8. He's not going to make it. The fight is over. A minute replay of the knockdown. That left cross to the jaw, followed by 2 more. Pips is in trouble. The uppercut did him in, really.
I was amazed at the fact that he come out here like he was going to a Easter egg hunt, and the other guy come out here hunting wild boar, you know. And you can't beat a guy like that if you come out here pitter-patting around and I don't know what he was doing, you know. And just wasn't his day.
It wasn't his day, is right.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning and defending undefeated WBO heavyweight champion of the world, Prince Naseem Hamed.
Well, a spectacular atmosphere in here.
In this defense, Hamed faced Wilfredo Vasquez, a tough Puerto Rican who had held titles in 3 different weight classes. Vasquez was an experienced and dangerous opponent, but Hamed was on another level.
Good shot, and he has to be careful of those. Hamed, Vasquez is so dangerous like that.
Hamed, very, very unique.
Oh, left hook, and he's got him this time, and they'll have to count that. Left himself open, and Hamed was so quick. Vasquez on the floor in round 3. Not for long, but a good shot from the star from Sheffield.
Notice Vasquez squared up, his feet inside. He paid a heavy price.
You just sense, don't you, that Vasquez could still be dangerous.
No, he wasn't, but it was a good shot. When you look at the angle, he was leaning back.
At the end of the 4th round, there was clearly some bad blood on show between the fighters.
Oh, some nastiness between them there. Vasquez stuck his face right into Hamed's.
Looking for the gaps, and this is where it ended.
And both of them were sensible enough not to try to make any more of that.
During the 6th round, there was a long delay to fix the bad ring opes.
Stops it as Vasquez lands a right hand afterwards. And just look how loose those ropes are. This will not be as bad as the problem they had at Real Madrid the other night. Now look at Hamed, he falls back against the ropes there.
Recklessly. Hamed would like him to do that.
Oh, leather left hand! And he goes into a dance. That was a big shot from Hamed. Vasquez again is up cleanly, but he's down for the 3rd time in the...
The Prince timed some big left hands, and Vasquez was left looking like a Saturday night drunk in there. Hamed retained his titles and continued his march forward toward featherweight supremacy.
And the end may be close from again. His pride gets him up at 3, maybe unwisely at 3.
Because the legs were unsteady when he got up. He should have took some more time.
Hamed looks to be on the verge here. It is stopped in round 7. It is stopped, and Prince Naseem Hamed has turned on a superb performance to retain his WBO featherweight title.
That's 10 world title fights, defenses, 10 knockouts. What are you saying, Curly?
There seemed to be a bit of bad feeling, I was saying, between the 2 of you in the fight. You both had your face in each other's face at times there.
I'm going to tell you the truth. We both wanted to win that bad, you know. Every time it came into each other's face, he wanted to stick his head into my face, I wanted to stick my head in his face, and he's a little bit hard-headed, but I had to knock it out of him after a while, you know.